Hi, Dr. Paul Haider, Master Herbalist and Spiritual Teacher here. Well, what do you think this is? It's a liquid. I'm not going to taste it this time because this is for topical use only, and it has kind of a earthy, sweet smell to it. And this is comfrey root extract or tincture actually, and very healing, and should only be used externally as a topical thing. And it's been around for 2,000 years, and it grows in Europe and Asia, Russia, North America, just about everywhere, and the cooler climates, and it really does a great job because it contains lots of antioxidants and really does a great job with aches and pains and bruises and sprains and rashes and all kinds of things, and it helps to speed up healing. Great, great, great. But it should only use for about 7 to 10 days. That is the most important thing. It is powerful. And the Latin name is Staphylium officiale, and it's also known as black root, blackwort, common comfrey, consound, a lot of different names. There's about 1,000 names for every different herb out there, common names. So it really has been used. It's a plant that grows from 2 to 5 feet tall, has from purple to bluish to whitish colored flowers. And old times, they used to actually eat the plant itself and make a good use out of it because it contains a lot of protein. And nowadays we don't, because the root and the stems can actually be used to make a wonderful topical agent. And the FDA says it's not good for you to ingest it. It might cause cancer and other problems with your liver. So uh, they really have not used it for many, many years, but we've been using it topically in a great way for many problems over the thousands of years, and it does a great job. I think a lot of people, and as soon as they hear that, go, ah, you know what I mean? But no, it really does work well. And a lot of studies showing that it does work well too. But you can also use arnica, you can use rosemary oil, and different things too. But using a little comfrey once in a while, especially for the stubborn things that won't go away, it does an amazing job. And I'm not going to throw it out just because it's supposed to be used topically, because I've seen it work miracles for a lot of people. And it's been harvested, especially in Japan, for over 2,000 years, and it's called nip bone over the years because it helped the bones to heal. And even during World War II, they used to put comfrey tablets in their um, first aid kits because it has speeded up healing, and that is still today. It has so many antioxidants in it. It helps with arthritis, inflammatory conditions, great anti-inflammatory, helps with muscle sprains and burns and bruises and joint inflammation. It's really great for arthritis. It has a substance called anatolin and rosmaric acid, uh, muscarinic acid, excuse me, and also boosts up skin growth. It helps the skin cells to grow and actually relieve pain and inflammation. So really amazing stuff. And the roots and the leaves are used to make creams and salves and ointments. And typically, yeah, the creams and salves have anywhere from 5 to 20% of these compounds in it. So it does a great job. Like I said, it's used for ointments and creams and other topical solutions. You can take this. It's kind of mucilaginous, and it does a great job of, if you put it on your thumb or something, it's just kind of healing for that whole area. The mucilaginous content of it is actually helps with the healing too, and that is really good. And also, like I said, there's a lot of studies, research showing that it actually helps with osteoarthritis and injuries and ankle sprains, and if used, and it can be used safely topically. So absolutely, positively. Also, the study in the psychotherapy research showed that it helped with upper and lower back pain in a great way. So very interesting. Also, for back pain, another study showed that for 5 days that decreased upper and lower back pain, and it did really just as well as some of the medications that doctors actually prescribe for upper and lower back pain as far as gels and creams go. So, wow, what do you know? Really great stuff. Helps with arthritis. It's another study, research showing that the ointment for 2 weeks helped with mobility and decreased pain and reduced tenderness, and actual helps with sprains in general. Wow. Also, study with Sprains showed that actually taking it for 3 weeks and putting it on uh, because of the tannic acids in it, and also adding in eucalyptus oil. They had three groups. They had eucalyptus oil, they had frankincense oil, and they also had comfrey. And within 6 to 12 weeks, they have a really decreased pain response in the people who were using the comfrey. So pretty amazing stuff, actually. For bruises, another study showing that actually over 2 weeks actually decreased pain and tenderness of the bruises. So if you fall down or hit yourself or something like that. I fell off the house once, broke my foot, have 11 screws and a plate in my foot, and I was ouching for a long, long time. It took me a year to recover, and I used Comfrey on that area after it healed up. I wouldn't use it on an open wound. That's not a good idea. But it's also good for rashes and any kind of bruising that happens. It really does a great job. A study at the University of Maryland Medical Center showed that it actually speeded up the healing of cells and reduced the inflammation and maintained healthy skin. So another great thing. The study in the Therapeutic Research Center Natural Medicine Database showed that actually helped with pain, osteoarthritis, and sprains, and it actually did a great job. Despite what people say, this is toxic and all that stuff, he said it really did well and should be used on keep it in our medicine cabinet. So, very good. Comfrey, in another study, two substances have been found very active. Those two substances, the rosmarinic acid and the allotininin, also did a great job of speeding up the amount of cellular growth that was happening there, and also speeding up the amount of blood that was coming to that area. So that's really good. Also, for sprains and pains, a clinical trial of 164 people found that it worked just as well as the anti-inflammatory steroids that doctors were prescribing. So really great. I think a lot of people don't know about Comfrey, and you can get it in all kinds of things. You can get it in salves, you can get it, in ointments and tinctures and extracts and all kinds of things, and it really does well. And they also said it was safe. They had no problems whatsoever with Comfrey. Also, for lower back pain, a double-blind study was actually done, and it did a fast relief of back pain and did much better than the placebo, and people loved it and wanted to have more. That's interesting. Comfrey oil is really good for skin issues and all kinds of problems like that, and also for scratches and rashes and, not deep wounds. No, I wouldn't do that, but little rashes and scratches. And they also say it works really well for spider bites. I haven't had a spider bite in a long, long time, so thank heaven. But it does work well for that, and very shallow wounds, you mean little scrapes, that type of thing. It works really well because of this mucilaginous effect that it has. Also, the skin problems like dermatitis, psoriasis, and eczema does a great job of that too. So if you should use it for about 7 to 10 days, take another 7 to 10 days, 2 weeks off, and then come back and use it again. It really does a great job. It does have, if you're a liver problems, I wouldn't use it. And only use it for 7 to 10 days. And it should not be used by those who are have are nursing, who have small children. Don't give it to small children, and it should not be used by those who are pregnant. And or if you have a broken wound, big gash or something, I wouldn't use it. But it is really good. It should not be used by those with liver problems or cancer, or people who have alcohol abuse. It's not a good idea. And it should be used externally. And it should not be used with valerian, skullcap, and kava. That could cause problems. Those are, and some medications also. But it has a very high antioxidant status and does a really good job of getting rid of free radicals even in the skin. And so I highly recommend it. And I think people a lot of times go into fear mode about it, but I think it's a very good thing to keep on the back burner. You might have it growing in your yard and you really don't know what to do with it, but think about it. Sometimes, if something happens and, there's a hurricane or, an earthquake or something, and you need something for pain and you have that growing in your yard, keep that in mind. I think that's a really good thing. Especially in the States, and if you have that growing around, you got to keep that in mind and write it down somewhere that's a good painkiller, and you can just chop it up, put it in some water, and it'll diffuse out, or put it in alcohol, make a tincture out of it, and that's a really good thing also. I think a lot of people forget that a little good is good, a lot of good is not good. And we get mixed up with that. I think it's really important to, a little is good, a lot is better. No, that's not true. A little is good, a lot can be not good for you. So it's just like, eating one food all your life. I don't think so. A lot of people get hooked on eating one food. I've seen this over and over again. This is not good. Oh, I'm just going to eat beans. Or, oh, I'm just going to eat broccoli. Oh, I'm just going to eat meat. And that type of thing. I've seen so many people who were just stuck on meat and just ate meat. They ended up with terrible, terrible diseases. And we have a plethora of different nutrients in every different food. And first of all, I'm a vegan. I don't recommend eating meat, but especially eat a lot of different fruits and vegetables, lots of different grains, you know what I mean? And try to get all the different types of phytonutrients into your body. It's really important because every different fruit and vegetable has lots of different important chemicals and nutrient agents which need to come into our body, and lots of vitamins and minerals that are totally different for each different fruit and vegetable. And we just think that, on the average, most people eat count it, six different foods on the average. That is not good. We need to eat a lot of different things. Lychee fruits, jackfruits. Go into the market, look at the exotic fruits. There's thousands upon thousands of different fruits and vegetables that are out there that nobody's ever heard of, and they don't really even, in certain countries they eat a lot of the different things. It's just like eating tapioca. A lot of people go, yeah, love tapioca, but when you tell them yucca, they go, ah. Well, on this island, we eat a ton of yucca, and it's really great for us, or cassava, which is really good. And they found in Africa, where they eat a lot of cassava, they actually have a lower incidence of having diabetes. So I think that's really important. Of course, don't allow it to be processed. Processed food is really not good for us. We'll have to allow ourselves to eat foods that are natural in every way, shape, and form. And that is very important. If you process something, you take all the good out of it. You know what I mean? It's just ending up with something that's white and terrible, and it's not good in any way. That's why we eat brown rice, red rice, black rice at our house. And I even feed the dogs organic brown rice. And they get organic pumpkin. They do have meat. They do get organic beef also, because they are meat eaters and they have a different system from us, but they eat organic. And eating organic is absolutely important. The average potato, which is not organic, has 32 chemicals in it. Not good. And I know potato farmers that won't even eat their own potatoes. And so we really need to eat, organic food. Average parsley, which is not organic, up to 40, 42 chemicals in it. Not good. No, really not good. So anytime I eat something which is not organic, I know it right away, and I try not to. But if you're at somebody's house and you're having a party or something, you can't just say no. Sometimes I try to bring my own food or eat my own food too, but sometimes we have to give in a little bit, and then I pay for it the next day or the next few days. So it's also good to do a liver cleanse after that and try to get yourself right on the right back on the right track again. But eating organic is absolutely important. And in my diet, if you go to paulhaider.com, yeah, I'll show you how to order organic food for less than the price of regular food. So you're going to save money too. So that's a win-win situation. So, and I have a lot of people who've gone on my diet and had amazing things happen from me. Ending MS to ending getting rid of rheumatoid arthritis, which people say is impossible, and all kinds of different things. So allow yourself to take advantage of that. If you want to get a hold of me, my phone number is 831-869-9119. 831-869-9119. My email address is down below. Also hit show more, drpaulhaider@gmail.com. And also, my Skype address is drpaulhaider. You can send me an invite, and I'll Skype with you also. If you would like to have a consult, I do ask for a donation for that. I appreciate that very much. And we can have an hour-long or 2-hour-long talking about what's going on with you and how we can get you on the right track to healing and make a big change in your life. And in fact, I had a man 2 days ago, and he and his wife are going on the track of getting into right healing and right eating and right exercise and right thinking and everything. And he's moving in a whole different direction with his life. I am proud of him. It's really good. So you can do it too. There's absolutely no doubt about it, and we can change everything. If you want to make a change in your life, feel free to get a hold of me, and I'll help you in any way, shape, or form I can. Also, if you want to make a donation, go to paulhaider.com. That's paulhaider.com, and up in the right-hand corner, you can make a donation. I appreciate that greatly. And also watch the little ads here, and that brings a couple cents in our direction. Not much, but a little bit. And we appreciate that too. So have a wonderful day. And remember, most of all, above everything else, I love you.